Alright guys, here's Molly. This is her infamous rose gold mini. Sure everyone's seen it on YouTube. Arguably one of the prettiest minis out there. But obviously this is the owner, Molly. I'm just going to go into a bit of her history with her car and sort of take it from there. So Molly, if you give us a quick intro of your car, and we'll just sort of go from there basically. Why this is a passion project for yourself.
This is my JCW. I've had it wrapped in rose gold chrome. It's been remapped to over 300 brake horsepower. It's also had several modifications. So on the interior here, you'll see I've got the retrimmed steering wheel with Alcantara at the top, and then I've got hydro dipped interior. So that's all in copper rose gold as well. So I originally had the Junkie Works Pro exhaust fitted, which you'll notice from the button that's in the centre console in the interior, which is the Bluetooth valve with the exhaust. But I thought I'd go for a much louder sound, and I recently had the back box cut off, and now I've got a straight pipe exhaust with the tips that are on here, which are larger tips than the Junkie Works Pro exhaust.
Okay. So I've noticed it's got the rear brace in the back.
Yeah, so that's Stern Performance. That came all the way from Germany, and that also comes with a net as well, and then you can choose the colour yourself. And I've got the red trim, which you'll see on there as well, which matches really nicely with the bits of Junkie Works stitching on the seats.
So that's fine. Obviously the rose gold is always obviously naturally a talking point. Funnily enough, a friend of mine, she literally just searched rose gold on Instagram. Your car was literally the first thing that popped up. So we want to talk us life with the rose gold. Obviously naturally get a lot of attention. Is it the wrong amount of attention, or is it the right one? And then sort of the little touches that makes the car what it is for you basically.
So I originally saw a convertible wrapped in rose gold before I had my car, and I said straight away, if I get a mini JCW, I'm going to wrap it in rose gold. That's the colour I'm going to have. So it gets attention, sometimes for the good reasons, sometimes for bad reasons. So some people you'll see in the street, mainly men, but not always men, they tend to say, oh, why would you do that to your car? But it's my car, I love it.
Well, that's the idea. You don't buy a mini for it to be the same. Obviously we do 5 billion combinations of anything that you could conceivably want. So that's why the mini brand is so strong basically. It has been for a very long time. I don't think any minis actually truly alike, and that's why you buy them.
Yeah.
Sort of personifying your own personality, whether it's on the tame side like me with the Mr. Grey, sort of shades of grey going on with my car, but obviously then Molly over here has gone over for the rose gold, a bit more of a girly. At the same time, obviously, it is a JCW, so that she has got a sense of speed. There is a sense of racing scenes with the wheels, obviously the rear seat delete. Obviously, she's got the more aggressively styled steering wheel and stuff. So why was it the hunt for 300 brake horsepower? Why wasn't the magical 230 as standard enough for you then?
I previously had a 3-litre BMW, so 335D, so I do like the powerful cars. I just think it was that little bit extra. I just wanted a little bit more power. I do like to drive a bit quicker, so it's just, I don't know, I just felt like it
you're talking to someone that's been on tracks and got ginormous GP2 brakes on their cars. So like anything, there's a time and space to go quick, and there's a time where you just want to doodle along, and then I guess that's why you've gone for more the auto.
Yeah. You've obviously got time and place to be a bit of a rebel and put your foot down and be a bit noisy. You don't always want the attention, which being in a rose gold car, you do get a lot of without always wanting it.
Yeah, sometimes my car isn't noticed. Sometimes when people pull out on me, that's why I tend to drive with the headlights on, and I have the daytime running lights installed. So I guess what it is, isn't it? It's no excuse if someone ever pulls out and you want to see it.
No.
It is rose gold. How can you not see it from the long though? But yeah, just going over a bit, and obviously now I've gone a bit lower to where the exhaust and stuff. You said that it's sort of louder, so you made it go louder now than actually the Pro exhaust, which is sort of already loud as it is, to be fair. And why would you want to go louder? But hey, everyone's different. So what was the thought process behind that then?
I think it's all about being a bit extra, isn't it? It's like going that extra. So my car's a bit different than everyone else's. I suppose it's different anyway because it's wrapped in chrome. But then other people can have the Junkie Works Pro exhaust. I just wanted something that was a bit louder, a star. It's going that little bit extra, really, I suppose.
Well, can't blame you for going extra. I've gone extra for too long. That's why I'm financially ruined by my own money. But I just want to looking at the tips now and stuff. So they've got this sort of like JDM, like the burnt look on there. Was that deliberate, or that's just happened over time?
No, that was deliberate. So I originally had the Junkie Works Pro ones on there, and I'd had them painted black.
Okay.
But I just didn't like the effect of them, so I just think that effect looks really nice, especially like the purpliness with the chrome. Looks really good.
No, I sort of like it myself. I like when I've looked at going outside in mini and stuff, when you've got the JDM cars like the Skylines, and they've got the titanium exhaust, and you've got that weird blue tinge.
Yeah, that looks really good.
The burnt look, it looks really cool and stuff. I wanted that on my mini, but obviously I've gone down the other route. I've gone carbon tips, but obviously each to their own, to be fair. So I guess we'll meet back in the interior and sort of run you through some of the little touches that you've got on there. Okay, so we're meeting Molly back in the interior of a car from the other side. But yeah, if you just sort of run us what you've got. Obviously, I noticed you got the sat nav. Obviously, a bit more predominant in the new minis and stuff. And obviously, you said before you got this copper tinge.
Yeah, so it's all been. It was originally piano black interior trim, but I've had it all hydro dipped, so it's like a copper on the black design. Obviously, the Junkie Works badging I've just stuck on there just to add a bit to the interior. And this matches all the underneath the bonnet. I've had all that hydro dipped in the same design as well, so that just ties that all in.
Is it really okay with obviously the engine temperatures are what it is? Obviously the engine gets cooled as much as it's done, so no sort of peel at the moment. It's all good.
No, I mean
no horror stories.
No, I don't tend to put my engine bay cover. I've got a spare one basically. So I put my engine bay cover that's hydro dipped in the boot, because what you'll find is obviously because it's plastic and it obviously does heat up, there is some flex in it. Yeah. So hydro dipping an engine bay cover for a mini is a bit different to hydro dipping. Obviously some other engine bays don't have that much flex in them because they're obviously made of plastic. So I tend to have a spare, and then I've got my actual one for shows in the boot. Oh yeah, that's fair, because obviously certain cars in it, that engine cover, you think it's just an engine cover, but it's for pedestrian safety. They smack their head, and obviously it's there to be a cushion. Ideally, it's kind of your own fault if you walk out in front of a rose gold mini. I didn't see, officer. But yes, obviously notice there as well, like you got the JCW logo in the black. Is that like 3D printed? Is that something Minis sells themselves, or? No, that's just a badge that I've just had. So it's just a Junkie Works badge, and that I haven't had painted or anything like that. So cool. Yeah. So just looking at the door shuts, I know they're blacks. Does that mean the car was originally black? Yeah, it's all black. So black body, black roof, black mirrors. Okay. So yeah. She's gone for the gangster look, then decided to move away from it. No, that's fine. And after, to be fair, a lot of my friends, some of them have got a black car. Rob, one of my close friends with his JCW stuff, his mum, she had the ultimate drug dealer spec Velar when it first came out. It's like black wheels, black interior, it was black everything. Like, oh no, it's like Top Gear, a drug dealer has pulled up outside. I remember the first day it came out and Rob came to my house to show it to me and stuff. I was like, oh no, the local drug dealer's popped in. But yeah, that's Birmingham for you anyway. But no, it was a good spec car. Kind of had everything. Obviously, it was one of the first few Velars that were out. So when we did go out on the road, found it an amazing car. It had presence, but driving it wasn't what I wanted it to be. Basically, it was a very luxurious car. But like I said to you, I'd rather be sat in the back, someone chauffeuring me, than actually driving it. Just noticed this. You know, you've got the wider screen. Yeah, so it's all touchscreen now. So that's the Nav Plus. So you've got all your sat nav. All the Apple CarPlay on there as well. So, is that a pain? Has it been a pain to live with? Obviously, coming someone who's got lightweight spec, but has spec Harman Kardon in his so-called race car. So, what's the touchscreen like? Has it been a pain? Is it a godsend? Obviously, seeing text messages, does it sort of distract you? No, I think it's quite a good feature to have, really, because it's touchscreen. I mean, these dials that Mini design, they're good, but when you're driving, they're normally good to use when you're driving, but other than that, I normally tend to use the touchscreen. So it's nice to have that function there as well. No, that's the sort of thing I just sort of within my car. If I know where I'm going, then I leave it. The phone just Bluetooth. If I have no clue where I'm going, then it's sort of like Bluetooth it. It'll shout for the speakers, but then it's just an annoying thing, innit? Yeah. I'm listening away. There's my whatever song I'm playing, and oh, by the way, turn the next street left at 300 meters. But it is what it is.
So yeah, so you got this sort of aluminium handbrake here.
Yes.
And then obviously you got notice as well. You've got the 3D printed sort of holders, so you get your cup holders back, and then sort of the steering wheel as well, which is really nicely trimmed. So you got the perforated leather there. Then you got the Alcantara and the 12 o'clock band. So we sort of talk about the handbrake, move over to the exhaust bus, and then probably over to the steering wheel.
Okay. So I've got a Craven Speed handbrake. This came all the way from America because they don't actually, nobody ships these in the UK or manufactures them. So I felt that just added to the interior because it matches the pedals that are obviously in the same chrome design.
Okay.
And then I've got the 3D printed Junkie Bikes Bluetooth Pro exhaust holder. That is all wired in still. So if I do decide to go back to the Bluetooth valve exhaust, then obviously I've still got that all wired in function available.
Okay,
just means that obviously I can still use my cup holders as well.
Oh yes. Big thing in America. Gotta have your cup holders.
And then the steering wheel, this has all been retrimmed by Royal Steering Wheels. So I wanted, kind of like the R56s have the Alcantara bits on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
At the time, the Mini F56s, they didn't do that as an option. I know now they've obviously brought out an option where it's all the way around the Alcantara. I like having the bits of leather at the sides. And then I've got obviously the Alcantara at the top, the flat bottom steering wheel at the bottom, and then the 12 o'clock, the red design again, which goes really nicely with the bits of red on the strut brace.
Oh, okay, I didn't notice that. I forgot about that. Didn't notice it from the back. Cause obviously you got the black. I didn't see the red stitches. That's another little nuance as well then. Okay, that's kind of cool. Obviously you got the JCW seats, the standard.
Yeah.
To be fair, sadly don't do the Recaros, but in all fairness, you can't fault these seats.
No.
They keep you in place. There's no sort of wishy-washing. And obviously they're updating them when the GP3 come out, so you can't get the red no more, can you?
No, it's the same design. It's just grey along here, like a dark grey on there.
Yeah, it's a shame. So I like the red. I know red is racing and everyone gets obsessed with it, but obviously it was a good-looking seat. But obviously they're gone grey now, so kind of plain Jane on that side.
I think I like the red because it was more like the chilly red of like the Junkie Bikes badging and everything like that.
Yeah. So both of them, vice versa. We've got to move with the times.
Yeah.
I know I'm old now, and so stuff moves on. But yeah, I can't fault the Royals steering wheel retrim as well. I've got that in my car. So I've got leather all the way around, so thicker. But then it's got the 12 o'clock band as well. But obviously you've gone for Alcantara. But no, it's cool. And so yeah, it's sort of the interior is sort of perfect. And the little touches that you have done everywhere is cool. So we'll probably do some rolling shots. A bit more active this time because we've generally gone over the overview. We'll do the bonnet because probably some people want to see that. So we'll do that in a sec, guys.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're joined back with Molly, so we're at the front of the car, so I'm just going to go in little finer details here. Naturally, she's got racing spike, she's got the front splitter, she's got the lower intake with the red trim. Obviously, Jason, we get to trim at the top of the engine bay as standard, and then obviously she's tinted headlights. Then we got the pipe cross air filter induction sort of kind side of things, a bit more induction noise, and then obviously copper infused sort of engine bay. So you can sort of see here like the flake within the paint. So it's kind of cool. Carrying on with the rose gold sort of theme, and we'll take it away to Molly. So if you want to run through them sort of ones.
Yeah, so I've got a forged induction kit again, just to create that little bit of extra noise. I've got the hydro dipped engine compartments just on here. I've got the front strut brace. That normally comes in yellow, so I've actually hand-painted that in chili red. Again, to go with a bit of chili red like on the front wedging just here.
Was that a bit of nail polish? Labour of love over the weekend?
It was actually a chili red touch-up stick. So
okay,
fair enough. Still a mini touch-up stick.
Fair enough.
And then I've got the tinted front headlights that you've said.
Yeah.
On the front I've got a static plate, so again for shows I can take that off as well, just on there.
Okay. Cool.
And then the badge on here, I've taken that off and I've just resprayed that in black, so it's a bit of a home job.
Okay, no, nothing like that. So this splitter, what is life with a front splitter? Because it's kind of hit and miss with lowered cars. I've seen a lot of cars lose their front splitter or their front bumper because of them.
No, I've got the front splitter and then I've got side skirts as well, so I do have to be a bit careful when I'm going down like slopes or lower drives or anything like that. But I've not caught them. The only thing you will notice is you do get a bit of gravel up from here, so like especially on these bits. On the junkie works, which you know it is anyway, because they do protrude out slightly compared to the others. Then you will notice obviously a lot more stone chipping around here.
Yes, it's some wind and then some negative.
Yeah, good for looks, but not good practically.
It's hard to go sometimes with that. Just gonna go and look down the side profile, because you've got the side blades there that I didn't sort of notice. And I noticed as well, one of the rare people that's actually got did the customized mini side indicators as well.
Yeah, they've actually stopped doing that.
Oh, they stopped doing them. Okay, I thought it was a thing. They did a bit of a marketing push on them as well.
Yeah, I've asked quite a few people asked me about them, because they say they're mini yours customised, because there's websites specifically for them.
Yeah.
But whenever I've tried to go on the website, it's never worked. So a lot of people ask me about them, but I don't think they do them anymore.
Well, I'll have to drop a little mini to mini UK and say, guys,
got a desire for it.
There's a desire, there's a demand, but well, obviously Molly, her job is she works at Mini as well, so she's a sales representative there, best light. So she's been with the brand since 2014. So she's been in a fair few minis. Obviously, gone to you guys get trained, so you've seen all the minis before everyone else. Got to drive the electric mini around the little fun sort of showcase that's seen at other dealers and stuff. But it is a nice touch. To be fair, just that extra level of customization. To be fair, so you just gone for your initials, a bit girly with the heart, and then obviously the Union Jack tying into the sort of obviously the car being a British brand. So it's still a mini. I know some of its classic owners will give you bad record that it's a BMW, it's a mini, it's got a mini badge on it. But hey ho, I just noticed these as well. Sort of the sort of winglets on the wing mirrors. Do they do anything? Does it help? I know sort of see that keeps the wind off, but it's kind of aerodynamic with them. Like, hang on, what's going on here?
No, it's more for looks more than anything else. I mean, it does help stop the rain getting on your mirrors.
Okay, we kind of need that help right now.
Yeah,
how the weather's turned from a beautiful British summer to what it is now. But hey ho, it is hoodie weather. We're both wearing hoodies. Just trying to make it look more appealing for the camera. But hey ho, that's all part of the fun. You go out for a shoot. Obviously, nice rain. You can sort of see it on the car. But I've noticed that as well, just being around the car. I haven't seen it at shows and stuff. Just the way the light hits it, it just turns into a totally different car compared to the others. It's a dark shade to it, like a shiny car. We started shooting with something like now, it's less light, it's gone to this like a burgundy, not burgundy in the West, it's gone to like a darker.
Yeah, it's like almost like a purple shade, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think that helps with the bits of black, because they add that bit of shine.
That bit of contrast. And obviously, I noticed as well different wheels. Why did you go with the Team Dynamics? Basically, what was the thought process?
I liked the ones that were on the Jungle Works Challenge.
Okay.
So obviously they're 17s, these are 18s.
Yeah.
I liked my 18s because I had cup spokes on originally. So I originally got a pair that were in matte black.
Okay.
And then I went to the gloss black instead.
Maybe matte wheels and then shiny, like pink rose gold, shiny everywhere. But then that. Then you got notices as well. The little touches I'm sort of noticing along the way. So you got the front and back black badges on the Mini as well. Then you got the spoiler extensions on the lip, and obviously you got the sports aerial. And obviously you got your own private plate, giving your name and everything.
Yeah.
So with the 3D, is it or gel?
It's just 3D printed plates, yeah. And then I've got a rear diffuser as well at the bottom. Again, that's mini genuine parts along with the badges and the spoiler extensions. Like the sports aerial again. They're little modifications that people can make that just make that much difference.
Yeah, as well, like nice little thing. You got the pink dust caps as well on the wheel, little tiny little thing. Something I sort of noticed. I loved my metal ones in my car, but the local kids constantly kept on nicking mine, so I stopped replacing them and just went for the cheap black ones, and no trouble ever since.
Yeah, again, like I've got the cap covers again, because Mini don't do them from the factory anymore. So before, the bolts were just exposed, so I just wanted a bit more of a finished look.
Okay, that's fine. There's the sort of pink caps as well. So you've kept the red brake calipers.
Yeah.
Is that something to change over time? Maybe go pink, or just leave it be?
No, I think because I've got the bits of chili red at the front, and I've got the little accents of chili red at the bottom as well.
Yeah.
I just feel like them little bits all tie together quite nicely. And also because I'm debadged as well.
Yeah.
Not everybody would necessarily know that I'm
Okay. Oh no, it's an S. By
Yeah.
get a go, mate. Even more so than in any time, given the level of power that she's running in the car. So it's giving her a few expensive cars run for their money. I know my JCW is barracks to fair free cars and it's time, but there's a time and place for like most things. But no, it's a great car. It's been nice seeing it at shows and stuff. Obviously, with the West Midlands Mini Group, they're a great bunch as well. So it's just nice to see them a mini owner, labour of love, passion. Obviously, it's a car, and obviously everyone mods their car to their own preferences. So it's just been a nice day sort of shooting with Molly. Obviously, I know some of you guys are waiting to see what it sounds like. It's louder than my car. That was just starting it up. So under full throttle and some rolling roads, we'll get some noise out of the car. Then we'll probably jump into a tunnel, local tunnel, so we can see what it sounds like when she's a bit more friendly with the throttle. So yeah, see you guys in a bit.